Hey, Spy Guyzation here. I want to talk to you ladies about something. Now, I hope you all got good marriages and you're going to be happy. You have plenty of grandchildren and all that kind of stuff, and it's great when you do. It's great when you do. I got two grandsons myself and I love them to death. I love them to death. But still, you got to protect yourself and you can't be a chump. If some cheating's going on, you need to know about it. You need to know about it really, really soon. Not waiting around. And you need to protect yourself and your kids. You don't want something bad to happen that you were sitting around, not paying any attention, not paying no mind, and then sudden disaster strikes. Okay, so what are the signs that your husband's been cheating on you or has started to cheat on you? That's what I want to talk to you about today. Now, if you've been having a great relationship with your husband and you've just been having, a close time, you don't have to worry about none of this stuff, okay? But if your relationship's been deteriorating and you're not as close as you used to be and you wish you had more and you're kind of worried about things, here's some things you should look for. First of all, has your husband stopped wearing his wedding band? This thing right here, the wedding band. Has he taken it off? Suddenly, now, if this is the kind of guy that's forgotten to wear his wedding band ever since you've been married and he's always losing it down the drain or wherever else, don't worry about it, okay? But if suddenly he stops wearing it and you say, hey, why aren't you wearing your wedding band? Oh, I forgot. And he's never done that before. Oh, I don't know. My finger hurts. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. That's a bad sign. Maybe he's trying to get rid of the tan line. Okay? The second thing that you got to look out for is changes in his schedule. Okay, like if normally he stays at work and it's like one night a week and suddenly he's going to 2 nights a week, or maybe he never stay late for his job ever before, and now he's suddenly staying late for his job, or suddenly he's got out-of-town conferences that he's got to go to all the time. I would start worrying about that, especially if you have some of these other signs going on. Now, if it's just suddenly really a change in his job, then that might be okay, because that would be the only sign. Suddenly he's got to change. But he's going to be open about it. He's going to give you telephone phone numbers where you can call him, or else he's going to have his cell phone with him, and you're going to be able to call him all the time and be in touch with him. He's not going to try to hide none of that. But if he suddenly has these changes in his job where he's got to stay late, or he's got to go to out-of-town conferences, and he's not letting you know how you can get a hold of him, or he's giving excuses, say, I'll be too busy, you can't get in touch with me, that's not a good sign. Okay, now number 3, if he hides his financial stuff, if he's not letting you look anymore at his receipts from his credit cards or from his checking account, he's hiding all of what he does with his money. Now, if he's been doing that since you've been married, well, that's not a good sign anyway. That's not a good sign. You should always be sharing everything in your marriage. You should be sharing everything, because that's just bad. If a husband dies or something and the wife doesn't know anything about the finances, that can be really bad. So that should be happening all the time. And if it's not happening, you got to start wondering why. What's he trying to hide from me? Why is he trying to hide something from me? You see, a good marriage, you don't hide nothing from one another. You don't hide nothing at all. You share almost everything, okay? Now, it's true, maybe he's saving up to buy you a cruise or some big, expensive present for your birthday or something like that, but maybe not too. So, if you add this to the other signs, I watch out, okay? Now, this one's kind of weird, but trust me, I'm a guy. If your husband starts cleaning up about himself, especially like cleaning the car, making it all nice and spiffy all the time, and cleaning himself up, and wearing nice clothes and making himself look younger than he is, trying to anyway, maybe trying to lose weight, and if it's not aimed at you, if it's not for you, if he's just doing this, saying, oh, I want to better myself, whatever, that's not, this guy's been like a couch potato all his life, and suddenly he's going to the gym. Give me a break, something's up. The guy's getting spiffied up for something or for someone. So you should know what's going on there, if he's cleaning up. And the last thing you got to watch for is if he suddenly gets less talkative. And I don't mean just talking at you. If he stops sharing his thoughts with you, or stops sharing his dreams with you, or stops sharing what's going on in work with you. Or like when you're driving around and you used to talk about things, he doesn't do that anymore. It just looks like he's lost in thought all the time. Okay, that's a bad sign too, that he could be having an affair. And you don't want to get caught. Trust me, you don't want to be a chump. You just don't want to be a chump. Now, I know some ladies like to stick their heads in the sand like ostriches when they think something's going wrong and just hope that it's going to blow over, or just pretend that it isn't happening. That's a bad thing. It's a bad thing for you, and if you got kids, it's a really bad thing for them too. So you need to find out what's going on. Now, you can go to my blog down there. You can just look below. You see where You can click on there to go to my blog to find out what you can do about this if you really got some suspicions that your husband's cheating on you. You can find out, especially if you own a joint cell phone account. There's ways you can find out that's really cheap. You don't have to pay somebody to sit around in a car and follow your husband and pay for all his Jack-in-the-Box hamburgers while he's sitting there trying to get pictures of your husband with somebody. But instead, you can take care of this thing yourself for less than $100, and you'll know for sure. You just visit my blog; it'll tell you everything you need to know to find out. If you got cell phones that get the internet, then this is the way to go. It's the cheapest way. You find out everything you need to know. So anyway, this is Spy Guyization, and I'm going to sign off now. And I really hope that you have a good marriage, a long marriage, lots of grandchildren, lots of good things like that. Okay, so good luck.